Hi, I'm Dan Hauk.
Hi, I'm Chris Fataco, and welcome to Week 6 of Intentional Relationships. This week, we're going to be discussing God's design of our genders and the opposite sex.
That's right. You know, God designed you with the gender you have for a reason. And He's given you specific traits and characteristics and roles that make up your gender, all for the purpose of growing in your relationship with Him and with others.
Yep, Dan, everything from our physical bodies, how we see things, to our emotions, to even the way we process things, and even our hearing.
Did you say something? I wasn't listening.
Thanks, Dan.
My apologies, Chris. I think you were going to tell us some more about the differences between men and women.
Well, most of you might remember the book Men Are Like Waffles and Women Are Like Spaghetti by Bill and Pam Farrell. It's about how men typically think about one thing at a time and women think about everything all the time. When I read that book many years ago, it opened up my eyes to how our genders are so different. Yeah. Now, at the time, I didn't have a boyfriend, and I thought in my life, well, how can I apply this? And so I thought about my brothers, specifically my 3 brothers. It was one Thanksgiving, and I was at my parents' home for Thanksgiving, and we were watching football. I needed to talk to them about Christmas, about who was coming and the sleeping arrangements, and if we're going to be drawing names or buying presents, you know, all that stuff. We needed to make some important decisions. Yeah. Well, to me anyway.
Yeah.
I kept trying to get their attention away from the big game, and I raised my voice, and that didn't do any good. I sat in front of them and waved, and that didn't do any good. And I even threatened to turn off the TV, which just about got me killed. Oh, man. All of this resulted in no success. And then I thought back to that book I read about waffles and spaghetti. And I decided to wait till there was a commercial, and then I was going to ask them about Christmas. My brother Steven said, okay, you got 4 minutes. Well, at least I had success. Yep, I had to talk really, really fast, but I did it in a way that he could hear. You know, a verse comes to my mind, Dan, in 2 Timothy 2:7. Think over what I say, for the Lord will give you understanding in everything. When talking to the opposite sex, this scripture is important because ultimately the Lord gives us what we should say, but we first have to ask for help. This helped my relationship with my brothers as well as others.
You know, that's a great story, Chris. And you know, from the beginning, from the time of Adam and Eve and the fall, we've witnessed power struggles between the opposite sex. And actually, in my own life, I've seen some of those same struggles. And I got to tell you the story. When I was a kid, I woke up one morning and I had to go really bad, only to find that my sister was already in there taking a shower. I was so frustrated. I'd pound on the door and she would either ignore me or tell me, I'm not done yet. Few minutes more go by. I pound on the door again, still not done. By that time, I'd be doing a dance. I mean, what takes so long in there? And what's up with all the 18 bottles and the brushes and the sandpaper?
Dan, that's not sandpaper. That's called pumice stone for your feet to make it pretty.
Well, anyone knows that all you need is a bar of soap and 1 bottle of shampoo, and I don't even hardly need that anymore. Well, I hope I don't have any lasting bladder damage from those days, but seriously, there are so many differences between men and women, and those things can sometimes cause disagreements.
Yep.
So, what is God telling you today about each other? So take some time this session listening to the opposite sex, and don't be afraid to ask questions and clarify things about why we do the things we do and why we say the things we say. Because remember, the goal is to build healthy, intentional relationships.
Yep. Next week, we're going to be looking at Chapter 7, Boundaries, something everyone has to deal with, in some cases on a daily basis. For more information, be sure to go to our website at intentionalrelationshipsolutions.org. Thanks for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Right.
Bye.